this is all about love. Yeah, this is all about love.
Once upon a time, Janet and Everett fell in love. Some time went by, and then Janet and Everett fell in love again.
Confused? It'll all make sense in a Harlequin great love story next.
Island of Enchantment is a beautiful fairy tale that my daughters Stacy and Lisa wrote and had published for us and presented to us as a wedding gift. It starts with once upon a time on the tropical island of Newfoundland lived a princess named Janet. According to the fairy tale, there's a knight in shining armor that rescues me, and Everett is that knight. Well, the very first time I saw Everett, he stood out in the crowd. Beautiful smile, nice demeanor, very appealing to me.
When I saw her, I thought, oh, she's gorgeous. I thought, I've got to get to know this girl better if I can. We attended the same high school and rode together on the bus and met during recess and lunch.
I guess Everett found out that I was interested in him, and he invited me to a friend's party. It was my first date. He was sweet, absolutely sweet. He kissed me that night, and it was my first kiss. And it was so special. Nothing else ever came close since.
I got a ring off of Janet, a friendship ring that I wore on my little finger for the whole period we went out together. That was pretty well the start of us going steady.
We started gravitating towards other groups that brought us in different directions.
I had dreams of travel and wanted to be on the move, so I wanted to just go.
He was probably afraid he might become a mill man. Cornbrook was a mill town.
And she said, well, do you want to break up? And I hadn't thought of it at that point. But on the spur of the moment, I said, yes, let's try it for a while. So officially we broke up.
I think my quest in high school was to find someone to replace him, but I always wrote in my diary that he wasn't Everett.
After I left Newfoundland, the relationship with Janet was behind me, and I didn't really expect to get together with her again in any way other than possibly socially occasionally. We might run across each other. No, we were gone as far as I was concerned.
My first marriage seemed okay at the beginning. I didn't have anything to compare it to. I had 2 beautiful children before I started to figure out that it wasn't really a good thing.
When you least expect it, it happens, and it happened. Janet and I met again.
I was skiing at Marble Mountain with my daughter Stacy. My daughter and I were sizing this man up who was skiing in front of us, and he was so cool. He can even do helicopter skiing, you know. He can kind of twirl around backwards and frontwards and show us up. And we were admiring his ability and admiring the fact that he had great buns.
And it was one of those, you saw her, and then I was a bit taken aback. It was like, oh, she still looks great.
Seeing Everett again brought back so many wonderful memories.
I suggested that if she's ever up in Ontario, please look me up. Please.
I had a business trip in Toronto a month later. Everett and I got together. We had dinner and whatever, and we both knew it was our purpose. We made a commitment.
When Janet and I got back together, it was almost as though we'd never been apart. It smoothly picked up where it left off.
To find my long-lost love feels absolutely right.
For me, it was like a void was filled. There was a completion, a oneness. In anticipation of Janet's divorce being finalized, I purchased an engagement ring. I had the ring and I hid it in my hockey skate downstairs because I figured that's the one place Janet wouldn't look. I kept it there, and September came and went, which is when I thought I would be proposing. My neighbor is coming over and saying, "Have you asked her yet? Have you asked her yet?"
I found out that my divorce was final. I found out at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I remember I called Everett at work and I said, hey, I'm a free woman. Watch out.
About 8 hours of single life was enough for her. I had to get a commitment out of her before she got away.
So we decided to elope to a beautiful tropical paradise. We decided to also have a vow renewal in Newfoundland so that we could include our parents and our siblings. They were so much in love with the fact that we were back together. My life is a fairy tale life. I have a wonderful relationship with the perfect man for me. I think that the most important aspect of any person's life is to be totally in love and to be sharing their life with someone that they adore.
Janet does have the key to my heart. Yes, she's the only one that really ever had.
I had no idea that I would ever be in such a comfortable, warm, loving, open relationship.
Good dirty spot right there.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
To learn more about the stories you've seen on the show,
Or to learn more about me,
whatever,
log on to www.wnetwork.com and follow the links.